Yo, what is going on, guys? Good morning. Trying to fix the camera a little bit here. That's about right. Thank you. All right, let's get ready to rock and roll. Gonna close the door right. All right. So let's get ready to rock and roll, guys. We're gonna go over the watch list here this morning. Make sure everything's streaming right. All right, that's looking better. There we go. The Beast. What's going on? That's exactly what it was, man. A little Cuban coffee. Oh, protein shake's on the way. I hear it. I hear it shaking. Yesterday, I noticed my volume was a little bit too light, so I'm gonna bump it up a little bit there. If it gets too loud, just let me know. Thanks. Babe, kind of need a napkin, please. All right, guys. So, let me grab the watch list. We got SPY, Tesla, AMD, PRE, Jasper over there on watch. Of course, Future is going to be watching 3950. If somehow we get up there in front of 3950, I think we probably reject that. So definitely be watching that level. If we get down to 3800, I'll be looking for bounces. But also, let me see here. What do we got there? That's the daily chart. Looking at the smaller time frame here on the 30-minute, I'll be looking at 3890 for support and 3915-ish, 39, yeah, 3915, 3918 area for resistance on the ES. All right, so that's what I'll be looking for there. Give me a second here. Let me share this out. Let everybody know we're live. Whoops. All right. Can you trade options pre-market? No. No, you cannot, young love. The only options, like for example, let's say you have some SPY options that you bought today at whatever time. You have until 4:15 to sell those. After that, you can't sell them until the next day. So only on those ETFs. On individual stocks, you cannot deal with options in after hours, pre-market, stuff like that. That was tasty. Tesla made a nice move so far here in pre-market, you're saying? I took a look at it a little while ago. I didn't really see anything out of this world. Oh yeah, nice little bounce off of the 117s. Nice. Yesterday's trade, guys, was on point. We called that VWAP 23.6 fib bounce perfectly. So really nice to see that one work out. So today watching, Tesla, the SPY. So let's go jump on over to the SPY real quick, turn this into a daily chart. On the SPY, just watching the 385 area to see if that can hold some resistance. Looks like we are above that level now. No. Yeah, we are above it. But yeah, I'm watching 385 to see if we can break underneath it. If we break underneath 385 and it becomes resistance and looking for further downside on the SPY, if somehow it holds, we might start trading into a little range, 385 and 390. We have CPI data on Thursday, so I'm thinking today, tomorrow could be rather choppy-ish on the SPY. Not to say early on we might not get a little move, or early on might be choppy, and then midday we get a little move that's tradable. Not to say that that won't happen, but typically the 2 days prior to an important, data like the CPI data coming out on Thursday, you tend to have a little bit more of a choppy, consolidated market than you do a solid big move. I mean, yesterday you saw I gave it all back. So today I would expect similar action. So what I'm going to do to protect myself, right, is I'm going to kind of trade how I traded yesterday. I'm going to decrease my risk by 50% today and tomorrow, and then go full on risk, which is my regular risk tolerance after we get CPI data. I won't be holding stuff into CPI data trying to anticipate it. I think it comes in light, or has a high likelihood of coming in light, but I'm not going to anticipate the data. So I'll just wait until it comes out and then trade accordingly. So for today on the SPY, that's what I'd be looking at. Same with the futures. I'll be looking at a tighter range. Won't be looking at bigger moves today. Just like I won't be holding on to stuff looking for the bigger extension. Or let's say I'm in my position, right? I'll sell the bulk of it on my first take profit, and then I'll hold on to the remaining half or the remaining 40% of it and look for a little bit more of an extension, drop some, and then hold on to a very, very small piece. Similar action to what I did yesterday, just to protect myself in case we do have extra chop today. All right, so now let's hop on over to Tesla real quick. Tesla, watching the 115 area. Let's turn this into an hourly chart here. You can see the 115 zone. All right, previous level of resistance, previous level of resistance, previous level of resistance, pullbacks into that zone, that hold, might not be a bad place to scoop up some shares for a swing trade. If CPI data comes in light, market extends on Thursday, Tesla should pop on over 125 in my opinion. That's what I would be looking for on Tesla. All right, so move on over to the next one. Let's look at some smallies. PRE this morning, take a look at this action. Real nice ramp up. I mean, this thing went from $1.90 something all the way up here to over $3.50. It's currently up 66% on the day here in pre-market. Right now, we're trying to hold just above $3. What I'm going to be watching on this one is going to be simple. I'm going to watch the 280 area, see if that can hold support. I'll show you where I get that from. Previous little level of support right in here. Boom, boom. We were unable to even get near it on these 2 days. Showed resistance. Now we're clear up and over it on really good volume. Watch it for pullbacks on that level. See if it holds. If it holds, you got room here to $354. There's your $4 area. Tremendous level of previous support back there. So I'd expect that level to hold some resistance today. All right, so keep eyes on that. And then last but not least, let me clean up this chart. You know what? I'll just clean this up. Let's look at Jasper real quick. You guys, do me a quick solid. We got 14 people watching the live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hit that like button. It really helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. On Jasper, I don't have the 200-day moving average on this one here, but I did have it on my other chart. I'm not going to go through the hassle of adding it right now, but if it can hold the 200-day moving average on the chart, I'd watch, with some strong volume, I'd watch for a possible move towards 250. That 250 area right there. That's it. That's all I would watch for on this one, but it's got to hold above the 200-day moving average. All right. Main focus today for me will be, of course, futures as I trade the ES or the MES and then Tesla. All right, that'll be what I'm watching this morning. Good luck, guys. Let's kill it out there. I'm usually streaming until about just around 11 a.m. All right, any questions, throw them up in chat. And thanks for hitting the like button there. Let's have a killer day. We got the ES pushing here right now, up over 13, 39.13. I'm expecting that 39.15 area to possibly hold it down. Guys, I don't really typically scalp, right? So I wait for patterns to develop. Those of you who were in the stream yesterday, you saw me trade those pullbacks and such. Right now, I'm not in anything. I'm not going to chase this thing here for a break over 13, especially since 15 is right there, and I think 15 is going to hang it up a little bit. Let me show you 15 real quick. We'll turn this real quick into a 30-minute chart, and we'll hop on over here. Go 30 minutes. You can see, how do I get the crosshairs on this chart? Give me a second here, guys. All right, you know what? We're just going to do a line for now. You can see 15 right here. Watch. Oh, no. There we are. We're testing it. And this line actually comes right across like that. And you can see previous support turned resistance yesterday, and we're right in the face of it right now, and we're testing it. We just got a little bit of a rejection there. We went up there towards 18, pulled back into 14. We'll see whether or not this breakout can sustain and hold above 15. If it does hold above 15, 20 is next. That's going to be another tough area to get through. All right, 20 would be next. If we can get up over 20, then at that point, I mean, it's game on. This thing could see 40s, 50s. So we'll see what happens there. Nice, Taylor. Oh, you stuck around all day, man? Wow, nice. All right. Wow. Really pushing there. That was a nice little flag here in pre-market. Boom. Nice push. All right, so we're testing that 20 area. That 20 area looks like it could be some strong resistance. We'll see. We'll see how it reacts up there. Ah, here's how we do the crosshairs. It's got to be up here. Wait, why does this one not show it? It's weird. Oh, here we go. Crosshairs. There we go. Perfect. Now we can do the crosshairs. Good. I'm going to do it on this one too. All right, perfect. There we go. Now we have our crosshairs. All right, so we've broken well above that 15. I really thought it would hold it down some early on, but we've broken above it. So now the setup is easy for me, right? The setup is easy. What am I going to look for? I'm going to look for that pullback into 15, see if it holds support. Now, whether or not it gives us that pullback, that's a different story. Yeah, not really worried about that today, to be honest. I think the big catalyst this week is going to be the CPI data. If it comes at light, market's going to extend. We might see 95 on the SPY, and then I think we start to get our pullback in the coming days, weeks. I think last year's low breaks. I think last year's low is going to break after we get through all this and we go into earnings season. Big move here to start the morning. We'll see. We'll see. We get those pullbacks into 15. If we get that pullback into 15, I'll probably get long there. Stop just underneath it. See if we can get another little push here. SPY straight up here this morning. Show you that chart there. There you go. SPY just straight up. Bang. Opened up and just shot straight up, man. I mean, bro, from 387.25 to 389.25, basically. That's such a monster move in just 6 minutes. It's insane. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla didn't even pull back. We were wondering if we'd get that pullback into 15 today, at least in the morning. Definitely not happening right now. Tesla's still inside of that consolidation box. There you go. From yesterday to today. If it breaks up and over, I mean, you got a shot here at a nice little move on Tesla. Could take you right to 125. There we go. Okay, so we're getting the start of maybe a little pullback here. We'll see how well it holds up. You guys watching anything else? I got, like I said, SPY, Tesla, AMD, PRE, JSPR, and then I'm watching ES and MES. My kid's having, I hear it in the background, my kid's having breakfast. And she's feeding the dog. Oh, man. Still watching and waiting, guys. Trying to get a little bit more of that steadier pullback. We'll see if it works, man. If I get down there and we hold, I'll start scaling into that position. Stop just under 15-ish area. Let's see. I hold my stop under 13. Got to give it some wiggle room. Come on. Pull it in a little bit. Don't leave me behind. Man, that dog's something else. A lot of watching and waiting, guys. Let's go take a look at those smallies real quick while we wait. Okay, so PRE. Guys, remember that line we drew? This is the line we drew on the daily chart. Look at it right here. That's the line we drew on the daily chart. We go to the 3-minute chart. Where have we found support? Right at that line. But now we have to contend with VWAP here. All right, no fib. Well, the fib, yeah, the 23.6 fib is lining up there in that support zone we talked about. If you get a high volume breakthrough VWAP, this one could be in play to the long side on PRE. Jasper, similar action. Similar action there on Jasper. Similar action on Jasper. The Q's breaking underneath VWAP, testing yesterday's close. The SPY breaking underneath VWAP. Looked like it wants to go on its way to yesterday's close area. We had a quick little drop there on the ES into 16. Honestly, I would have scalped part of my position here, right back into 20. But I'm not in. So waiting for a more organized pullback there. Like I said, I'm expecting today, tomorrow to be choppy. Today's Tuesday, Wednesday. So tomorrow, Wednesday, choppy. And then Thursday, we get CPI data. We get clear-cut direction on the day. So that's going to be an exciting day to trade. Trying to hold on to my mental capital and the capital in my account for Thursday. So keeping it small and tight here. So we dropped here into the 15-14 zone held. I'm going to start scaling into it here, just very small. Yeah, it's struggling. It's struggling. I'm going to keep it small. I'm going to keep it small today. So we're in it here. Scaled in down here, added a little bit here, and now just holding on to this small position to see if we can get that bigger move. Since I'm keeping it small, I'd allow myself one more small add, and that would be it. But might close it out here if it doesn't get that move. Yeah, see? I'd rather just re-enter it if it gives me the opportunity. Starting to bull flag a little bit here, if you notice it. Trying to get the little break out there of the bull flag. We'll see if we can get that move higher. Good volume on that little pop. You got to be careful. Today's an easy day to get chopped up. Today's an easy day to get chopped up. There you go. All the way back down. All the way back down. So far, small red day. We couldn't get that pullback to sustain. Next support zone is down here at 12, but it's looking pretty ugly. Possibly really choppy. No, Taylor, none. None today, thank God. Man, yesterday was right as soon as we started the live stream. All right, so typical action we were expecting. With the volume we had, it looked like it, it looked like it was going to be a good one for the long. Just didn't want to work. The 15-minute chart is looking wild. Let me show you that one. Look at that 15-minute candle. Are you crazy? Nice. Good job, the Beast. The Beast with the quick scalp there to the downside. Nice work. Gonna sit and wait, see if I get another trade in. Still early. Watch for maybe some sort of double bottom effect. But if we break underneath 06 here, it could get really bloody really quickly, to be honest. There's really nothing to stop it until 38.97 or so, and then 38.90. Yeah, it's pretty choppy, man. Oh, see, look, maybe we get that double bottom effect. $15 is going to be the area to contend with again. We couldn't hold above it. It could hold resistance now. It's like I said, choppy now. SPY can't get above yesterday's close either. Still, it's struggling there. So SPY struggling there at yesterday's close. See what it wants to do here. Yeah, 39.06 is that next level. Wow, the chop is real, guys. Got a little bit of a double bottom effect there. Now the SPY's back up over yesterday's close. ES testing those 15s. Lots and lots of chop. Kind of like we expected. Time to make coffee. It's really trying to go off like that double bottom, but it's kind of like a bear flag, honestly. Just bear flagging there. It's trying to bear flag, but this is good strong support zone we're trying to bounce off of. This is anybody's guess. 50-50, honestly. I'm not gonna get involved there. There's no real edge. Sure, there's a pattern. I mean, maybe if we break down, but then you come smack right dab into the support zone, which we could bounce off of. If we break this one, then yeah, I think we got more downside. Look at that 15-minute candle. Are you kidding me? The thing's wild. There you go. You're breaking it down now. Yeah, definitely not for me either, Taylor. As bad as I would want to get back to green on the day, I can't bring myself to nabbing this play. See how we broke down that bear flag and then quickly jump right back into it? We could easily turn right back around. I said it. This area right here is strong support. Can't short in front of strong support like that. It's not that it won't work. It's just that it's really risky. Look at that strong candle right back to the upside. Now, I would love to get long here, right? Look for that move back to the highs, but it's just so damn choppy, man. Now it's moving too quick. If we pull back into 15 and hold, that could be potential. Looks like it's gonna go now. I'd rather wait for that pullback into 15 again, see if it's solidified this time. Here's where the FOMO bug can get you. Nice. Taylor, you trading options, Taylor, or are you trading the futures now? Yeah, it's looking like it wants to try it. Lots of binds starting to step in there. Struggle City in front of that high a day, guys. Struggle City. Ah, gotcha. Roger that. If it pulls back 15, sticks it, and then runs, I think it'll be a powerful breakout. If not, I think it just might be a little choppy. Good stuff, Taylor. That was a nice quick little test of VWAP there on the SPY. Held it so far. Yeah, it's looking like it wants to go. Forming a little bit of a little cup and handle, a mini cup and handle pattern there. Wow, struggle bus right there, man. Wow. They should just label today the chop is real. Are you kidding me? That's insane. This is really, really choppy action we're seeing today. 30 minutes into the day so far. Tremendous chop. Smallish red day. Damn, I might pick that up. All right, guys, I'm gonna just sit and wait, see if something's gonna develop. That's not chop. All right, guys, give me 1 second. The beast. Watching this action is like watching paint dry, like you say. So on the spot, you got VWAP acting like it's not even there. It's invisible. On ES, we've actually made a lower high here on this little run up. But we are holding above 15, which was a key level that was briefly violated. We quickly reclaimed it on strength. But definitely very choppy this morning. Let's check in real quick on Tesla. Tesla broke underneath that consolidation box that we drew out. PRE. Oh, guys, remember PRE? We talked about that VWAP break to the upside. There it is. Quick rejection, but we have held on to the 9 AMA rather well. Definitely keep an eye on that. JSPR, nothing. And we're getting the ES coming on back down here, testing 15. 15-minute chart there. Well, 30-minute chart there on the ES. We're back under 15 T level. This previous level of support here, turned resistance here. We broke up and over it, but we've gotten back underneath it. That's not good. Not for the bull side anyways. Everything, it's just so choppy. I mean, you could scalp in this chop. You could, but I'm not, honestly, I don't like trading channels. I'm generally not good at that. I'd rather trade when we get out of the channel to the upside or the downside. It doesn't matter. And right now we're just stuck in that consolidation. And like I said earlier today when we started the stream, today, tomorrow, I expect this kind of action. Very difficult to trade unless you're a channel trader. And then on Thursday after CPI, that is when we'll get our definitive direction. So, in my opinion, better off keeping it nice and tight until then. What we're gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and continue waiting here, see if a setup comes. If it doesn't come, then around 10:30 or so, we'll jump into a couple of lessons. I'll break out some charts and we'll go over a couple of lessons. That's what we're gonna do today if things continue as choppy as they have been so far this morning. Because I'd rather book the small red day today than let it get out of hand, by over trading, trying to make it back. I'm well within my risk tolerance for the day, so it's just part of trading. In the meanwhile, guys, any questions, anything like that, throw it up in chat there. I'll be happy to go over it with you. There's another quick hold of that 14-15 zone. So we're squeezing here. We got lower high, but then we got higher lows. So we're kind of flagging a little bit. We're kind of flagging a little bit here. Not the cleanest, not the prettiest, but it is kind of like the action you're getting there. Crazy chop. And you're looking at weekly charts to find past resistance levels at all, or weekly is too old? I look at the daily chart. Let me see what you're looking at here. Yeah, you got the daily chart here. You see, this is the daily chart, but it depends what we're talking. I mean, I look at the daily chart for everything. Stocks, futures, it doesn't matter. I use the daily chart the most. This is the 30-minute chart here, but when we in pre-market, we come here and we look at the daily chart. I off camera on this side here on my screen, I have the 3-minute chart, the 30-minute chart, which I flip between 15 and 30-minute, and then the daily chart. And then here, since, you know, it's a stream, I can only really have so much where you can see it clearly. So I have the 3-minute, and then I have here the 30-minute, 15-minute, and daily. I flip through them. But yeah, when I'm looking for resistance and support zones, I use the daily chart the most. Now, if the daily chart isn't enough, I will drop it down to the weekly chart. But more often than not, the daily chart suffices. But yeah, that's the extent of it, weekly and daily for me. See, the 15-minute chart just looks wild right now on this thing. But we are holding above that 15, man. It's just really, really choppy. If the breakout comes, it has to be over 26, really over 25 and change. But 26 will be the telltale sign. If we can break that 26 with some oomph, then you got a good shot here at a move to probably 30. It's just so choppy, man. I don't know that I'm going to take another trade, to be honest. I still got 20 minutes before I make that final decision and then start getting ready to just do a couple little lessons before we call it a morning. What I don't trade is, like, at least not now, I don't trade the 2000 tick chart. Back in 2020, when I started trading futures, I traded the 2000 tick chart a little bit more. So what I would do was I identified my levels on the bigger time frames, but then I took my trades on the 2000 tick chart. It's just too wild. It's like trading a 1 minute on a small cap. Not my cup of tea. I'd rather wait for the bigger time frame to give me the setup. And if it doesn't give it to me, then I don't take it. All right, let's go take a quick look here and see what's happening over in some of the equities. And take a look at some scans here in the meanwhile. So Tesla, bear flagging down here, a little bit underneath that VWAP and 9 AMA. Jasper, bear flagging under VWAP as well. Wow, look at this EVGO, guys. Opened up, small gap up, went from 390 to 440. Nice move. We're actually starting to get a breakout here on the ES. I don't like it. I'll show you why I don't like it. We're breaking out, pushing new highs. And look at the volume. Look at the volume on that breakout. That volume has to start increasing. If that volume doesn't increase, it doesn't mean we can't extend. We can. It just makes it more dicier, more riskier, right? You want to see strong volume on those breakouts. That's the sign of potential continuation, okay? That's the sign of potential continuation. Not that kind of volume. That's you want to see that volume when we're pulling back. Make a new high, we pull back into support. You want to see that kind of volume. Outside of that, Hey, there you go, the beast. Yep. Reading my mind. That volume is just too weak. It doesn't mean it's not going to work because nothing is 100% of the time. I mean, if that technical analysis based off of the volume on a breakout worked 100% of the time, I just pile on short right here, right? Or and continue adding because we're gonna roll it. But that doesn't mean that always. It just doesn't look strong. And as traders, what do we want to do? We want to put ourselves in positions where we have edges, and our edges are based on stats, on setups that we've traded over time that we know over the long run work. Right? For me, that breakout on that kind of volume, more often than not, rolls over. Doesn't mean it rolls over instantly, but I think it should roll over in the next couple candles. Unless the volume starts to pick up. If the volume starts to pick up, different story. Exactly, Taylor. That kind of weak breakout makes it easier for everything to just break back down, get underneath that resistance zone again. The resistance zone doesn't hold support. We get underneath it and we go right back into that channel. We go right back into that channel. That's exactly it. All right, let's go back to those scans, see what's going on out there. Wow, bro, Roblox has been absolutely demolished. Nice run up here this morning on Roblox. Nice big old candle on coin. It's trying to hold that break above VWAP again. Nothing there. Scan's looking weak. Q's pushing their new highs, as well as the SPY, of course. See, the SPY had good volume on that push. Okay, see, now we're talking. That's way better volume that we finally got out of that ES. Way better volume. Now that can give you more confidence in that breakout holding. Now I'd look to see if 26 can hold support. If 26 holds support, you continue to push higher, volume continues to increase as we go higher, that would be a good sign. I have to fix my volume bars here. There we go. All right, so let's see now if this pullback holds 26 as support. If it does, could be a good sign. Switch back on over here. Let's see if we can get that pullback and stick of this area. This previous resistance zone. If that can hold support, could look for longs there. See if it wants to give them up. All right, here's the pullback into 26 area. Will it hold? Not holding. It's such a grinder right now, all the way back down to 23, 22s. All right, let's see if Chop Central wants to hold support, guys. That's what we should just call today, Chop Central. We fell right back into, like Taylor said earlier, it makes it right easy to fall back into the channel. We've fallen right back into the top end of this channel. We're no longer outside of it. We're not over 26. So choppy, man. Later, the beast. Have a good one, man. See you tomorrow morning. Good work today. You caught that nice move early on. I see what you posted there in the Discord, in the off-topic section. I just saw it. Oh, man. That was a good one. All right, let's hop on over real quick here into the equities charts real quick. Roblox, nah, well, yeah, Roblox could give you a little trade here off of this 9 AMA if you can get a hold on the SPY. Very small candle on the SPY today so far. SPY violating VWAP and the ES falling right back into that consolidation from earlier. You can see it right there. SPY falling back into VWAP, violating it a little bit. ES right back into the consolidation zone. Yeah, man, this is going to be kind of whack. So I'm going to start getting ready. We'll just jump into a couple charts here, do a couple lessons, and probably move on with the morning after that, and save the energy and the capital for tomorrow and really for Thursday. Thursday is when I think we're gonna get the bigger move in either direction, and I think that's the day that it's gonna be really meant to attack. Today, tomorrow, just chop central. All right, guys, give me a couple minutes here. Let me gather some stuff here, and we'll start jumping into that lesson here in a few minutes. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So let's get ready to jump into this real quick. We still continue on the chop here. 15-minute candle is looking crazy on the ES. Just really, really wild. And then hop on over here and look at the SPY. And that's just super chop. Look, we're getting right back under VWAP. Just super chop. I mean, if we hold again, yesterday's close, you know, maybe this thing holds a little bit better. But honestly, I'm not looking to trade the chop. It's just going to serve to just make me mad. And I know myself, if I get chopped up, I start to get on tilt. And that's my weakness as a trader. So I'm just going to stay away from this. We're going to go ahead and jump into a couple little lessons here, go over some charts and some chart setups. Now, what I want you to understand is that we're going to go over equity charts, and then we're going to go over these setups and patterns. However, these setups and patterns are the same things I've traded on the ES, on the MES, okay? Because you can trade setup and patterns the same across the board. I've traded setup and patterns on equities, on futures, on crypto. I've taken those trades via trading the patterns properly, managing risk properly, and sticking to the trade plan. There's no special formula to this as long as you know how to manage your risk, how to stick to the trade plan, and how to trade patterns properly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do here real quick. First, I'm going to show you this pattern right here. This is like the most standard pattern that you could possibly learn, okay? This is just a standard flag or pullback into support. It's more of a flag than anything because the pullback is rather light, and what we end up doing is trading sideways. All right, so you have the run up on this small cap, the small cap. You guys remember TCAP when it made the huge move? We traded this one live back in the DTC. So you have the big push up on steady increasing volume. That's the sign that you want to see. This is why we went over earlier how the breakout on the ES wasn't looking the best. Look, as a matter of fact, we can see it. We can see it right here. Let me make sure you still see that screen. Yep. You see how we broke out? Nice increase in volume, but look, what happened? The volume steadily decreased after we broke out. That's not what you want to see. On a breakout, you want to see the volume steadily increase. Look at the difference. Look at this breakout on TCAT. Boom, we break out, break out, break out, break out. What's the volume doing? The volume is steadily increasing. Steadily increasing. Right here, you get your high, your biggest volume candle of that run. And then you don't get much of a pullback. You start to flag, but you do start to flag into some support zones, okay? You start to flag above VWAP, above the 9 AMA, and in the vicinity of the 23.6 Fibonacci level. And then you get a decreasing volume. Now, think, what is the increasing volume on the run-up telling us? You're getting more net buyers. And the reason I use the term net buyers is because I want to include in that the people who are covering their short position. So not only are you getting long biased people buying it, but you're getting the shorts covering their position, thus making them net buyers. As you push up higher, you're getting more buyers stepping into this. Then you get a pause in the price action. And you start to pull back slightly and trade sideways. Not a deep pullback like I would prefer, right? But we are starting to flag. You can see the flag here. And what do we get when we get that? We get decreasing volume. Now, just using some basic common sense, if the volume on the way up higher is telling us that we're getting steadily increases in net buyers in this play, then a decreasing volume on a pause of price action would tell us what? That we're getting a decrease in sellers. All right, we're not getting that much sellers here, meaning people are holding on to these shares, right? So here we establish our support. One could get long anywhere within this circle here, up in here, right? You could get long with a stop just underneath that support zone. Now, the first take profit for me is typically right up here in front of the high of day because you can easily, what, double top and turn around. You guys have heard the term double top. You can easily double top and turn around. When you double top and turn around, then you lost on your full position if you get stopped out, if it reaches your stop zone. So by taking off some profit off here in front of the high day, you protect yourself from a double top because if it turns around, stops you out, at least you don't take a full size L. You take a smaller loss, okay? Because those profits you took off up there in front of the highs are going to protect you, right? Are going to protect that position. Now, when you get that push through the high, what you want to see to have an idea of possible continuation is going to be another increase in volume. And look at that. Bang. Push higher. Look at the size of all the volume coming in as we start to squeeze up higher. Telling you again what? We're getting more net buyers into that play. We're getting more net buyers into that play. So first take profit here. Next take profit up here, right? This was a trade we did live in the room. And I picked those levels off of the daily chart. Then you got another little pullback here. You can hold on to that stock. Why not? You're well into the green, right? You've taken your first two takes. You could have moved your stop up to break even on the remainder or slightly above that if you preferred. And then you get a little bit more extension and get flat up here. All the while, you analyze the volume properly. Volume analysis is absolutely essential to me when I'm trading. All right, that's one. Now, that's a bullish setup. Let me show you. Let me show you a different setup here. And how to properly trade it. But before that, let's check in on the ES real quick. So, on the ES, you're already seeing it. No, can't see the next chart yet. On the ES, we broke underneath. We broke underneath today's low so far. But we're all holding it up a little bit here. We don't get an extension, you know, it's just chop zone. We don't get an extension. We really don't. An extension here to the downside followed by a quick little weak bounce and maybe a bear flag would be something to trade. But see, right now we just broke down and straight down. No shortable bounce. The same on the SPY. Look at the SPY right here. We broke underneath VWAP and shot straight down. No real shortable bounce either. I think it's just going to be like that all day. All right. Okay, let me change this up a little bit real quick. There we go. Okay, so here you go. You have a head and shoulders pattern on INVH. Here is the left shoulder. Here's the head. Here's your right shoulder. You could, like, when you see this happening, you could theoretically short in here and set your stop above the top of the shoulder, okay? But that's anticipating the head and shoulders pattern actually working out, okay? Multiple ways of trading this. The safest way to trade this, right? You have your shoulder, head, shoulder. You got your neckline being the 2 points that are being tapped here on each bounce, okay? If you break down and underneath that level and then you get a weak bounce back into it and reject that level, you could get short on the breakdown underneath the neckline or on the retest and fail of the neckline. Where they stop, either way, either way you decide to trade it, the aggressive way, shorting the breakdown, or the more conservative way, shorting the retest and fail of that zone, your stop is going to be, at least in my opinion, above the neckline, okay? So if you got short here at 41.90, when you broke down underneath 42, your stop would be above the 42 zone, right? You can call it 42.40, 42.50, you know, based off of the chart, maybe the top of these candles here, 42.50, okay? Right, so you got short 41.90, stop 42.50. You're looking for further downside into these 40, 50, $40, right? So you're risking about a point to make a couple points. It's good risk reward. Now, you could get short on the breakdown or you can get short on the retest. The point is your stop would be up here. And then your next take profit would be upon identifying a potential bounce zone. If you look back here, you could see 40.50 was a previous little bounce support zone. And look how many times we bounced off of that 40.50 zone. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 4 times. Okay, this is 4 times on this chart. You bounced off of that 40.50 zone. So the first take profit, in my opinion, would have been in front of that 40.50 zone. Meaning you got short up here. You covered some down here. Okay, some down here. And then you can still hold your stop up here. Let this play work itself out. Boom. Next take profit being where? Down here underneath 40. That would be the next take where I would probably take the bulk of the position off, right? I would take the bulk of my position off right there, cover it, and then hold on to a smaller piece, 10, 20% of it in that range. So between 10 to 25% of it, I would hold on to see if we get further extension to the downside. And that's one way or two ways of trading a head and shoulders pattern, all right? All right, guys, that's a quick little lesson here this morning on how to trade patterns and setups. We'll do those every few days or so. You know, on slower days like today. Look at the ES. Like we said, extended down here, broke the day's low, got right back above it. Just super, super choppy, man. It is what it is. It's super choppy. Yesterday I went 2 for 2, nice green day. Today, just the one and done, and just not green on the day, freaking red. And it is what it is. It's not like it's a huge red day or anything like that. It was within my risk tolerance. You guys saw it happen live. We'll see what tomorrow holds. I think and I fully expect tomorrow to be extremely similar to today's action. Very, very choppy, very undecisive, extremely range bound, with breakouts and breakdowns not having extensions. I fully expect it to be that way tomorrow, at least in the morning session. And then on Thursday, when we get our CPI data, I think that's when we actually get our direction. And then we're going to get the extension moves. So I'm going to definitely continue holding on to like the mental capital and the capital in the account for Thursday. So tomorrow I'll be back in and I'll trade the same as I traded today, you know, extremely disciplined and decreasing the risk until Thursday. All right, so that's definitely what I'm going to be doing. Guys, any questions in the meanwhile, throw them up in chat there. We'll stay live here for a few more minutes, and then we'll call it a day and see what tomorrow holds. You got yourself a little bit of a bear flag here in front of this, in front of the day's low. That could work out nicely, and you could extend here to 97, which we called that level earlier this morning. Or you could just bounce right back up here and get back up over 10, over 39.10, and it get choppy. This is a potential bounce area on the SPY as well. Look right here, previous level of resistance. You got the SPY chart. Oh no, let me show you the SPY chart real quick. There you go. So previous level of resistance on the SPY. We'll see if it can hold support and continue to chop around. You got a little quick breakdown here on that bear flag, and then we hopped right back into it. So if you guys short at like 39.0275, you're in the red right now, which is perfectly fine, but it's just too risky. It's too risky. It's too 50-50. 38.90 is the final level of major support. So we'll see what happens when we get down there, if we do. There, you're getting the breakdown a little bit of an extension there into 38.98. It'd be nice to see something happen here and go a little bit lower, man. 38.90s. See, you had the bear flag, you broke down underneath it, pulled down a little bit. Definitely some take profits along the way. But no real big move, man. No real big move there. I mean, we do have further room. We do have further room, 38.90, 38.91, but this is a bounce area right here. You can see it clear as day on this 15-minute chart. 38.97 is a bounce area. This is why I say it's just so choppy today. It's ridiculous. And tomorrow will be the same. Tomorrow will be the same. Look at that. Right back up into the bear flag. We jumped right back inside the bear flag. So for example, if you would have been short in here, a couple take profits down here, right now, be stopped out. Because when you hop back into the bear flag, that pattern is no longer a valid pattern. Yeah, Taylor. Yeah, it's a big day, so you're gonna have that implied volatility hit those options. Yep. Yeah, it's just gonna be a couple days where honestly, I would not blame anybody for taking a couple days off today and tomorrow and coming back on Thursday, ready to kill it. Yeah, see, there we go. Another bounce right back up over the day's low. It's just so choppy, man. Definitely time to stay away from this. Definitely time to stay away. SPY back up over yesterday's close now. Exactly, Taylor. Exactly what we were talking about earlier. It's just getting us and keeping us in that channel. And I think today and tomorrow is going to be just like that until Thursday, and then Thursday we break out of the channel. They just need to put it in the channel until we get CPI data comes out, and then we can rip face in one way or the other. That's all. I mean, we knew that. We knew it was coming. I just thought we'd get a little bit. I thought we'd get this move here, this big push up. I thought we were gonna get it in here when I got long. Instead, bang, got stopped out, and you know. Nice extension off those lows. That's a strong bounce. Volume is definitely still getting lighter each time. I bet you we top out around here. All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. I will see you all tomorrow again at 9:15 a.m. Remember, tomorrow I'm expecting it to be choppy again, and I wouldn't expect any real direction until Thursday when we get CPI data. I think it'll be to the upside. I think we got light CPI data, and we got a nice move to the upside. And if we extend, well into like 395 or something like that on the SPY, I'd definitely be looking for puts for a swing trade as well, and trading the ES and the MES along the way. All right. Any questions, throw them my way. I will see you all tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for joining in. And remember to smash the like button for me. Catch you all.